we're now in an environment, and I think society has changed maybe probably more so over the last 10 years than we've ever seen before, where communication is full of so much noise. And that, for us, is a big challenge, because we're trying to make people realise that something as important as working with people with disabilities and including them in society isn't something that takes place through a screen. It's something that you have to actually go and act upon in your day-to-day living. What we're trying to do is we're trying to give them the interface through our marketing. So being able to communicate to them and tell them this is the fantastic thing that you can get involved in. But then our next step, and I think it's probably easier for us than a lot of non-profit organisations out there, is that because we work in the local community, we're everywhere. Your next step after that initial interface is to get out there and to actually be involved in it. And for us it's actually quite easy, because there is a special needs club near you. You might not know about it, but there is one near you. So the idea is that everyone can get involved if they give themselves the opportunity to get involved. It's not about it being the faraway land that we're trying to address an issue in. It's actually in your local community, and it's something that you yourself need to. I guess societal shifts that we've seen revolve around two areas. So the first is in what a competitive environment that non-profits work in today. I think about when I started working in non-profit work around 16 years ago, gosh, a long time. And what it was like then is that non-profits were seen very much as a step behind the professional world. I think that, you know, a lot of non-profits at that stage looked at things that they had to do, such as revenue generation or promoting their work, as something that didn't necessarily need to fit with commercial principles. I think probably since the advent of social media in particular, we've seen non-profits have to be that much more aware of their surroundings from a commercial perspective. At the end of the day, what you have are commercial organisations with as much, you see non-profit organisations with as much commercial nous. And I think that what we have is an opportunity now as non-profits to professionalise so much more of what we do, but at the same time give ourselves a little bit of a sense check on how far we are going as commercial organisations. Do we need to behave completely like a business? I think sometimes we might get a little bit lost in that. I think that we have to ask ourselves whether, if we're able to reach out and change perceptions of intellectual disability through sport, how far do we need to go in order to adopt a commercial mindset in order to do that? So the prevailing headwinds for us are competing against other non-profits, which can be a little bit introducing an aggressive element to what we're doing, and I'm not really sure whether that's necessarily where non-profits have ever seen themselves in the past, but we kind of find ourselves there, I guess. I think the difference between us and a lot of other non-profits is that if you're looking at how we operate, we're about including other community-based organisations, about working with other organisations working with disabled people, and we can form almost like an umbrella that they can be under, or we can work as a partner that they are themselves an umbrella towards. So essentially our marketing has to be something that focuses on working and transcending all of the different stakeholders that we can operate with. So I think it is a unique model. If you're thinking about the headwinds, how we operate in that environment, given that there is so much more competition in terms of people's attention spans to different causes, they want to be involved in other causes and so on. I think we find ourselves in a position where, as I said to you before, we're working in communities directly. That engagement is possible for anyone in any place that we are operating in. So the idea that it's somewhere far away that you're trying to support through our work isn't really there. You can be involved in Special Olympics, with your neighbour, with your neighbours in your local community, and I think that's where the power of what we offer and the way in which we market that offer is plain to see.